Hey Jerry, welcome to the MasterCard Cup. Just want to give you an opportunity here to view your swing at regular speed. We'll let that play on through, put you back in your dress position, and we'll go ahead and take a look at a few things for you. So while we got you here in your setup, let's first of all just take a look at your posture. We can see here that your spine is nice and straight and on a slight tilt. Your legs come down into a nicely unlocked position. Arms hang down nice and naturally off your tilted spine, and the club works out to the ball. So achieving really good posture here in association with good balance. Next, we want to observe your alignment. You can see your feet aimed in this direction. Carry that out towards the fairway. Theoretically, your club face is supposed to run parallel. Your feet parallel lines on camera have an appearance to converge. And under that philosophy, we can see, unfortunately, you are set up over out into the edge of the fairway towards the right rough there. So we're going to see some form of compensation in your golf swing, whereby we're obviously going to try and get the ball back to the center of the fairway. That could be either by swinging the golf club on plane and then flipping the hands to impart right to left spin on the ball, and hopefully be able to start the ball where we're aimed, but then be able to draw or hook the ball back towards the center of the fairway. If we don't swing the club on plane and flip the hands to impart right to left spin to make it draw or hook, well then we're going to swing the golf club from outside to inside, and that would allow us to hopefully pull the ball back online, but then that comes with a handful of different scenarios with respect to the outcome of the golf shot. So let's go ahead and do a little split screen comparison here between you and Jordan Spieth. We've got some color-coded lines up on the screen just to use as a visual reference as it pertains to swing plane. We can see with Jordan, he initiates his takeaway with good shoulder rotation, bringing the arms and hands back as well as the club. We want to see the club traveling back along the red line on plane. Also in the early stages of the golf swing, we want to incorporate some good wrist hinge into play, where we're going to transition the club head from currently being below and in front of our hands to moving above and behind our hands, all the while the club shaft still on the red line. From here, we're going to work the club from red up towards the blue-yellow V zone. When we finally set the club at the top of the backswing, simply want to have the left arm of the club situated either on the yellow line, anywhere in between the blue-yellow V zone, or physically up on blue, as we can see with Jordan. We also want to create full shoulder rotation. We want to do this about a very stable right leg while maintaining the posture we achieved at address. Let's go ahead and watch you initiate your takeaway here. We can see as you draw the golf club back, your hands come back nicely, shoulders are turning, fantastic. Club sneaks a little bit underneath the swing plane, which is common for people who set up in a closed stance. Nothing significant here anyways, as long as you create some wrist hinge, everything's still fairly much in good position, which it is. That looks great. As we continue to the top, we do see you have a tendency of setting your arms a bit shallow. Just means your left arm slightly underneath the yellow line. But slightly shallow is not that big of an issue. It will also help you return the club probably to plane and prevent an over-the-top move. So I suspect you're actually going to swing this golf club either on plane or slightly underneath, and then there's certain things that coincide with such. So let's watch our downswing with Jordan. What's supposed to happen is we're supposed to move our weight from our right foot to our left, fire our knees and our hips laterally to the target, unwind our core and fire our hands. And in doing so, we want to make sure that we're bringing the golf club from the blue-yellow V zone, wherever we set it, back down onto red, which is where the club originated. And that's what we can see here with Jordan Spieth. We can see the golf club returning back to plane. The other thing we want to observe at this stage of the golf swing is the relationship between the lead forearm and the golf club. I refer to this as the backwards check mark. Simply means the club head right now is remaining above and behind his hands coming into the hitting zone. And this is what's going to allow him to create a lot of power in his golf swing, alongside with the fact he's going to hit the ball straight, due to the fact that, again, the club has returned back to plane, which is a main criteria in producing straight golf shots. Let's watch your transition back into the ball here. Nice drop-in of your hands and arms, feet and knees, hips kicking in. And basically, if we look at this pre-impact position right here, this is phenomenal. We can take a look at your lead forearm and your club and see that you have your backwards check mark. So creating power in your golf swing will not be an issue. The other thing we see is the golf club has returned back to plane. So you should have the ability to hit the ball straight in accordance to your alignment. Now, unfortunately, if you recall, we had said that your alignment was out to the right. I had originally stated that we may see you swing the club on plane. Obviously, because we're aimed out to the right, you have the ability to start the ball there. If this club happens to move underneath the plane, then the miss could even be a block further out to the right. We can see the club does sneak a little bit underneath the plane. Nothing significant that's going to cause you to lose the ball too far right. But the reality is if that club face doesn't square up, for certain, we can definitely block that golf shot out to the right here for sure. So at this point in time, if we're going to get this golf ball to the center of the fairway, the compensation that has to occur is we have to severely close the club face. At this point in time, we don't really need Jordan anymore up on the screen. We know you're coming into the ball from a good swing plane. Let's see what your club face does. So your club face definitely squares up. Hopefully it got a little bit closed at impact there, preventing the ball from starting at the target. It looks like it's starting just inside of where you were aimed, and that ball definitely probably has some right to left spin and will work back towards the center of the fairway, depending on how much that club released. As you come through with a nice finishing position. Overall, you've got some really nice athletic characteristics with your golf swing. Your hands work really well. They come back, they fire through. Your core works well. You coil, you uncoil. You've got great footwork allowing you to get through to a good finish. You do fall back at the end there. I'd like to see you just sort of stand on your left side with your, get up on the toe of your right foot. So get up on the toe of your right foot. Let's count the spikes in the right shoe. Stand on your left side when you're done. Don't fall back. But one of the reasons why you're falling back and to the left is because your brain's telling you have to work the ball back to the center of the fairway, and that's why that's occurring. Nonetheless, like I said, really good looking motion. Looks great. Anyways, hope you had a fantastic day. Also, maybe keep in mind if you're involved in any golf tournaments at all, you guys are looking for a unique gift to provide your guests, feel free to reach out. Be happy to discuss my swing analysis services. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the fall here, and hopefully get a chance to play a little bit more golf. Take care.